Hello and welcome to a van vlog. There isn't really much of a van vlog per se at all because I'm just doing a day trip in the van. I'm going to the Malvern Hills. Now that I'm living in Worcestershire, it would seem criminal not to visit them. I think I last went when I was about 5 years old or something, a very, very early childhood memory. And as large mountainscapes go, the Malverns are barely more than a little blip in the ground, but they are probably the most significant defining geological feature round here, and the view from the top should be good. It's a lovely day, there's a lovely walk over the top, so I'm going to go there in the van and then go for a walk and invite you to join me. Here I am driving through Worcester itself, over the River Severn, which I have been along on the narrowboat. Several minutes later, heading west, you can just see the dim outline of the Malvern Hills in the distance. And once in the town of Malvern itself, those hills are, of course, rather more imposing, even if not that large really. Mrs. Google, doing sat-nav duty, took me to a car park with all-day spaces for just £3, although typically she was rather late with her instruction.
Your destination is on the left.
Plenty of space, though. Right, je suis arrivé, as they say in Germany. The hills are right up there. Let's go exploring. Helpfully, the town council have seen fit to put this map in a corner of the car park, full of useful information. Lots of signs is always good, and the one at the top specifically points you on the route up to the hills. If I've read the signs right, this little walk is a shortcut. I have no idea what they're doing here, but they're clearly having a lot of fun with the diggers. And up there, in the distance, is my target. Not the house, the hills. Swan Pool Walk, suggesting that the construction I was just looking at was a swan pool. I am already out of breath, and all I've done is walk up there. And the hills are going to be a challenge, methinks. This is all rather fancy, isn't it? It's a hotel, apparently. Rather nice. Well, this is obviously the centre of Malvern, and I'm definitely on a hill, because if you look this way, this was just the first of many steps I was to do that day. And this fine fellow is Edward Elgar, the composer. I tell you what, you get a pretty good view just from up here. Look at that in the distance. That is all of Worcestershire. I believe I'm right in saying the Malvern Hills straddle Worcestershire and Herefordshire. I believe I need to go through there. Indeed I do, according to this sign. Now that's a better view of that hotel, with Worcestershire in the background. Look at that. Apparently, these still working gas lamps along here inspired the one C.S. Lewis wrote about in Narnia while he was at school locally. Oh, crikey. The lamp marks the bottom of the 99 steps, which take you up from Rosebank Garden. I did not count if there are really 99 of them. I like a nice, clear, unambiguous sign. Okay, here we go. And this is very much just the foothills. But there's a cafe up here, I'm told, which already is sounding tempting. Such a good soundtrack. Oh my word, it's just all so pretty. Aren't tree roots amazing? I mean, look at that. If I'm lucky, this is a public toilet. I could do with a wee. Too much information, perhaps. Honestly, not the most salubrious toilets I've ever used, but welcome nonetheless. However, the path from the toilets now seems to go down, so I'm not sure if I've taken a wrong turn. I had. This is the well at St Anne's Well, and apparently I've just missed well dressing weekend, when around 50 wells in Malvern are all dressed up and made to look pretty. It's a thing here. Look, they have a rosette and everything. This is a cafe, which opens in about 20 minutes. I shall be back here later for something to drink, I'm sure. In the meantime, it's more of this. I don't know about you, but I always appreciate a hill with plenty of places to sit. I notice at this point that the peak I thought I was heading towards is in fact on the other side of this ravine. And I'm going up this way to somewhere else. I've come to a crossroads. That's ahead, up to the top. That's clearly the path to that other peak that I thought I was going to. That's where I've just come from. And I do have the option of also going that way. But I think I'm going to carry straight on up to the top. And this is Sugarloaf Hill. I'm coming up to a peak. It's not the peak, but it's a peak from which you can see over the other side. And oh my, you can see a jolly long way. I think I'm right in saying that's Herefordshire. I was going to go up to the original hill, but I think now I'll aim for that peak, because that seems to be the peakiest peak.
Manfully, and yes, even heroically, I continued my ascent. All right, a slight exaggeration, I admit. It's an easy walk, really.
Why is it? Every time you get to one peak, you suddenly discover there's actually another one higher up, a load further on. Oh, for crying out loud. Can I be bothered? This is a nice peak. I mean, this is a good peak. Look at that view. Worcestershire, the hill I was originally going to go up, and all of Herefordshire.
I was almost literally at a crossroads. There's Malvern below.
No, damn it, I'm going to do it. I'm here to climb the Malverns. I shall climb the Malverns.
And that meant going down a bit before I could go up again.
That's a much easier way to go up the hills. I should have thought of that. Up again. Slowly but surely. The emphasis is very much on slowly. I see something that looks like it could be a pinnacle marker. Hooray.
Finally, I was rewarded with the plinth marking the highest point of the hills. There's a rather nice circular map on top, showing what lies around the hills in each direction. And that's the view along the ridgeline. Once more, since this is the top, here's Worcestershire. And looking the other way, Herefordshire. 'Tis a green and pleasant land indeed. I took a few moments to rest, regretting that I'd not thought to bring a picnic, but admiring the views. Then there was only one thing left to do: go down. As you can clearly see, there are lots of different routes and paths to walk up, round, across, down, any which way you like. Could not have picked a better day for this, could I? It's fantastic. It's quite warm now. I'm very, very pleased to have these shady patches as I walk back down. Very refreshing, isn't that pretty? Lovely view. I have stopped at the St Anne's Well Cafe, and as a matter of some urgency got myself something to drink and eat. Surely no great surprise to know it's a cheese and tomato sandwich, chocolate crumb cake, and refreshing cola drink. All consumed under a glorious leafy canopy.
That was a very pleasant walk indeed. I rather enjoyed that. I'm on my way home now, and also on the lookout for an ice cream. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.